What's good, everybody? This is the team builder for my week 2 match against Rampoir. His team is very scary. He's got a very intimidating rain team. The biggest that I could notice was Archaludon is very, very bulky. Current suspect test going on proves that it is at least a threatening mon. A lot of the SPL matches of the Smogon Premier League have shown off as well that it is a very, very prominent team. His team isn't exactly the same, of course, but he has a lot of rain sweepers. He has Politoed for setting it up, and it's surprisingly good into my team, being that I'm relatively specially bulky. The thought process for me to start off here was that Ninetales with Freeze Dry and Nasty Plot, an offensive Ninetales set, looks very, very strong into his entire team. Obviously, Freeze Dry almost nearly OHKOs any form of max HP Gliscor. After setup, it does a tremendous amount of damage to Rotom, Ogerpon, Politoed, Basculegion, both of the Genies, and Ludicolo. It's a very, very strong move. The Typhlosion, of course, completely walls that move, so I do have Hex with Toxic Spikes on Overqwil to potentially OHKO that after a Nasty Plot. Aurora Veil is also nice if he for some reason doesn't bring rain, in which case he wouldn't be able to send in Politoed to get rid of that rain, or to get rid of the snow. Any sort of offensive team that maybe I can come in with Ninetales, stop a sweep, or get up a Nasty Plot. Very, very nice to have. Pretty much like a necessary bring as far as I'm concerned. Overqwil is obviously next. Toxic Spikes looks very good into his team. He has no sort of hazard removal whatsoever. Anything doesn't like to get poisoned. Maybe the scariest thing to have would be like Booster Iron Valiant. It has pretty solid speed tier into my entire team. Maybe Heavy Duty Boots Iron Valiant, so it can't suck up those Toxic Spikes. It would make Barbarage a lot weaker, so I did run Gunk Shot. Actually, I don't believe Barbarage would pick up the KO if it's Heavy Duty Boots, so Gunk Shot is what I'd end up bringing. Crunch is very nice into Basculegion. It hits basically everything for relatively solid damage. Ludicolo is going to crack to Gunk Shot, and I also didn't bring Intimidate this week. I brought Swift Swim. Overqwil can outspeed both Basculegion and Ludicolo under Swift Swim. Gunk Shot picks up the KO on Ludicolo. Crunch, I believe, nearly OHKOs the Basculegion. Gunk Shot is a solid OHKO into Thundurus, Tornadus. Solid chance to poison Politoed. Crunch hits Typhlosion very, very hard. The best walls for this would be something like, and honestly, Archaludon, Gliscor, Rotom, or Garganacl all have a pretty solid matchup into this Pokemon, but none of them also want to take a hit except for maybe Archaludon because stamina. Blizzard is there for Gliscor. It's a very inaccurate move, but it is strong enough with a Life Orb and the negative nature to completely 100% OHKO that Gliscor. So I am bringing Blizzard over Ice Beam. Ice Beam is obviously more useful, but it's not going to pick up the KO as easily. So not sure if I want to bring that. That's why I did go for Blizzard. Latias with a Choice Scarf is obviously nice. It's good if Iron Valiant somehow gets Booster up, or if they're even Heavy Duty Boots, because I am running Sticky Webs on this team. It also does fairly well, and so basically his whole team its combination of attacks is completely unresisted. Getting a trick off on an Archaludon, removing its Assault Vest or Power Herb or whatever item it ends up bringing will obviously be nice. Rotom can't really live a Draco Meteor. It doesn't like to switch into it unless it's maybe Spadef. Everything doesn't really want to deal with Latias if it can help it. Very strong Pokemon, very fast Pokemon. Healing Wish is nice in case Alolan Ninetales or Overqwil get down and Rain is still a threat. So I'm glad I'm ending up bringing this. I did almost... I believe I did bring a bulky Nasty Plot or a Calm Mind Double Dance set earlier, but I changed my mind after I realized that it's not really necessary, and if anything, Alolan Ninetales should be my setup sweeper. So I'm not bothering with Latias as Calm Mind. This is probably more convenient to, let's say, in case something goes wrong. King Gambit's obviously next. Kowtow is very strong into literally his entire team. Nothing wants to take the hit except for Iron Valiant, in which case I am Assault Vest Ironhead, so hopefully something like a Aura Sphere, I don't remember if it learns that, Aura Sphere from an Iron Valiant should hit me very hard. Probably do go down to like a Drain Punch or any sort of physical move, but Assault Vest hopefully ups my bulk specially, at least to live certain attacks from Iron Valiant. I believe special is kind of the likeliest scenario, being that I do have Intimidate Overqwil, which can do quite well into Iron Valiant. Obviously I'm not bringing that, but he doesn't know that, so hopefully this goes well in my favor. Kowtow is just an insanely powerful move. Low kick to hit Archaladon. I believe it does 50% without any sort of boosts. Sucker Punch for hitting Basculegion and Ludicolo if they're under Swift Swim. Because, I mean, I believe Ludicolo learns Focus Blast, so if needed, it can hit me. Basculegion with Assault Vest doesn't hit me very hard, besides a rain boosted Hydro Pump, and Sucker Punch hopefully picks up the KO after that. I did notice that Garganacl against Hatterene, it's very powerful. Psyshock, or the combination of Covert Cloak and Magic Bounce makes it pretty negligible. I did run enough bulk to live 2 heavy slams from Garganacl, so hopefully I can get up a Calm Mind and Draining Kiss it. Make it pretty easy to deal with. I believe Draining Kiss will get me a lot of HP back, and I don't believe Heavy Slam will kill after that, especially if he didn't, you know, pick me up on the switch in. I did also run enough speed to outspeed it, so hopefully I can get Calm Mind into Draining Kiss off of like a 1 Heavy Slam, then do it again, get enough HP to live the second one, and then hopefully I also have enough damage output to slowly whittle that thing down. It's a pretty big menace into my entire team. Finally, I did have Araquanid. Now it's incredibly powerful into his team. A Hydro Pump literally does more than 50% to his entire team, except for Ludicolo. For that reason, I have Leech Life. It does 2-hit KO this any sort of really Ludicolo variant. It's not pretty frail on the physical side. Crunched it 2-hit KO Basculegion with my spread, and Hydro Pump in the rain. Just as an example, it's Archaladon with an Assault Vest for 68% of its health, I believe. I believe I prepped pretty well in this battle, and I have a good feeling that I will do pretty well, barring any sort of luck or nonsense. If you like what you see and you're excited for more draft content, please hit the subscribe button. Please like as well. It would mean the world to me. I'm trying to hit 50 subs just as a first primary goal. If you have anything to say, I know I probably made a few misplays based off of my last game, or at least, you know, set out my words. Please leave a comment. Obviously also helps me out. Even if you have a negative comment, please do. All right, let's get to the battle. Yo, this is the PCPL Week 2. Currently going to face off against Rampoir. He was here in the last season of this league. However, I did not get to play him due to unfortunate circumstances. So let's see how we do this time. I'm going to search now. His team is pretty scary. The biggest threat, honestly, is probably Garganacl, and a lead Politoed would be very, very annoying. So I don't think it'll be that bad. I did prep quite hard. In fact, this is, to me, not a very bad matchup at all. Garganacl not being here is kind of strange, to be very honest. I do think that means I can pretty safely just lead Araquanid, maybe? I could also go lead Ninetales. Lead Ninetales is really well into Gliscor and Politoed. Rotom to a lesser extent as well. I think Araquanid means that he might go with Araquanid's a pretty safe lead no matter what he goes into. Ninetales would struggle against like Duraludon or Iron Valiant, so let's just go Araquanid. Good luck, have fun. Gliscor comes out first. This to me means that either a Stealth Rock is coming out or some sort of Protect maybe. It's also possible that he would Toxic into Hatterene to get the Magic Bounce so he can have like leftovers or something else. Acrobatics would be kind of scary. Don't know how much I need to preserve the health on this. I did expect both Ludicolo or Basculegion, and that's kind of what this was designed for. So it does all right, but it's not like a phenomenal answer to anything. I don't like Rocks one bit, and he obviously outspeeds, so I am going to go Hatterene either way. I think if I get the Toxic, and even if he's leftovers, I outpace it pretty easily. I am annoyed that my health, or my names aren't popping up. I had names. Toxic Spikes. I get the Toxic Spikes up on his side of the field. I'm wondering if he's going to Toxic on me. He's not going to. T-Spikes. Okay. You don't have anything for those. In fact, everything on your team except for Duraludon, Rotom, and now Gliscor get affected by that. What does he do? He goes into Duraludon, and then I just get a Nuzzle off? No? Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna Draining Kiss here. I do want a little bit of health. That's kind of weird. I'm just gonna Draining Kiss. Earthquake, okay. That's gonna give me a lot of health. Okay. I am max defense. I don't believe I live 2 Earthquakes from this range, so I could switch out into something. Alolan Ninetales does alright here. I got the chip, so even if he heals it up, he dies. I live that pretty easily. I could also go into Latias, but I think Ninetales is the safest. I live basically anything he could throw at me, even Fire Fang. Don't really know what he could be. Honestly, I wish I Hydro Pumped there. He would have died. Earthquake shouldn't do a lot to me. I have pretty high HP. I'm an offensive Ninetales this week because it does a lot of work into his team. Really, no matter what. So obviously I outspeed this every time. He can't really go into anything without risking damage. So let's just Veil up. He's pretty highly offensive. If he goes Politoed, that's fine. Yep. Politoed against my set will not get 2-hit KO'd, even if I, level up. So I am going to go immediately to Araquanid. This is a 2-hit KO with Hydro Pump. I don't really know what he could even throw at me. Encore? Maybe, does he learn Yawn? Hypnosis? Hypnosis would be annoying. Weather Ball, that does nothing to me. I'm very, very high bulk. That did a surprising amount, actually. I don't care if he goes Duraludon or Arcaludon. So I'm just gonna Hydro here. Do I actually? Should I get Sticky Webs up? I could. I live an attack from Archaludon. Okay, I don't care. Unless he's Whirlpool, in which case I do care. Don't want this thing to die. He's kind of taking a lot of damage. Whirlpool would be annoying. I think he dies, though, in a Hydro Pump plus Poison, so I'm just gonna Hydro. He really doesn't want to go into anything. Archaludon, I'm assuming. Ogerpon. This thing, like, nearly dies. It takes a lot of damage. And it's gonna lose the speed as well. Ah, Defiant, that's fair. Yeah, you take a lot, though. I don't really know what I could go into. I guess I could wait and just let this thing go down. He has pretty low speed, and I'm okay with losing this Pokemon, I think. I also don't really care about Hatterene anymore. So I could go into Hatterene. Hatterene was really for his Garganacl. It was basically like a guaranteed check. Rocks are obviously going to be nice maybe for later, but I can absorb the T-Spikes, and assuming he's T-Spikes, I don't know why. I don't know if he needs rocks. Araquanid is nice to keep. So I think I might... Honestly, Overqwil kind of walls this thing no matter what it does. I don't think even an attack would be very scary. Because, what, Ivy Cudgel might do 50? Even though I'm not Intimidate? Stomping Tantrum, I guess, is annoying. That did a shit ton. That did so much damage. I don't know how much I do. That's actually bonkers. I think that looks almost banded to me. Obviously, I just crunch, actually. I didn't realize how much damage he would take there. What could he go into? Archaludon is annoying. If he goes into that. But at the same time, I don't really mind. He dies. I am Swissum, so... That's a pretty good kill. I am glad I take that. I am Life Orb, so hopefully... I really don't care what he goes into, to be honest. Gliscor. I killed this thing with a Blizzard, so I'm going to do that immediately. I don't care if I miss. There we go. Overqwil killed Ogerpon. Overqwil kills Gliscor. That's an amazing kill. I'm very glad I took that. I'm glad I put Blizzard on this Pokemon. It was literally only for Gliscor. I'm not sure how much this Archaludon takes. Probably not a lot. The assumption is that it's like, you know, Spadef or something, which Crunch does a lot too. So I guess I could just go Crunch. It also lost speed, and that might mean... No, it obviously doesn't mean Araquanid will outspeed. I'm 108 speed. I might outspeed with King Gambit. No, I will not. This is kind of annoying. I think I just... what do I go into? I might just sack with Hatterene. Sack is annoying. I don't know if it can kill me with a flash cannon. I mean, of course it will. Do I need Overqwil for anything else? It struggles into... I guess I could use it for Iron Valiant. So I might keep it, and then I'll just sack Araquanid. I'll sack Hatterene. I really don't need it anymore. I do expect this to go down. I'm expecting Electro Shot. Yep. I do live, but obviously I don't mean that doesn't mean anything. If anything, it just means he can't, like... I get a Nuzzle, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Probably should have attacked with Overqwil, but that's fine. It did lose speed. It can't safely Electro Shot me again unless it's Power Herb, so I guess we can just go Araquanid and hope I do a lot with Hydro Pump. Can't really switch into anything. Everything takes a lot. Even Rotom takes a very nice chunk. Really, I'm just trying to get chip on this, because Hydro Pump will do so much damage, even through Assault Vest. That will not kill me. I don't believe it will. Ah, that crit might have mattered a lot. It might not have, but at the same time. Ugh, that's annoying. It looks like that mattered. Maybe not. It might not have. I think I go into Latias and Trick. That way, if it is locked into Dragon Pulse afterwards, I can go into Ninetales. That might not be a very good play, though. I'm curious how much a Draco does here. It'll do like 50, assuming it's max Spadef or Assault Vest. I think I'm just gonna Trick then. I am very bulky, so I might live with Dragon Pulse, maybe. What item is it? Choice Scarf. I got Assault Vest, so I will definitely live with Dragon Pulse now. Yeah. I could get a Draco off here, but it might outspeed now. No, it won't, because with the speed boost. I guess I can go Ninetales pretty freely, honestly. If they don't switch, that's fine. If they do switch, I just go back out into Latias. With Politoed, I live attack. I'm almost confident I do even an Ice Beam. Dragon Pulse. You can't go into anything except for a Valiant. I can go into Nasty Plot then. I killed Politoed from any range that it comes out into. Yep. I will also kill with an Overqwil. I believe I even outspeed Booster Iron Valiant because I'm ×2, and it will come out, you know. Plus specials or plus speed. It'll hit 546. That means my Overqwil in the rain will hit 562, outspeeding it, assuming it's even boost, like, you know, booster or somehow that. So I just freeze dry every time. Nab the kill on Politoed. Archaludon does come out, which is still a very annoying Pokemon to meet. I can definitely just get Chip on this. I don't think I need Ninetales anymore. It's obviously nice to have, but I don't think I need it. So I'm just going to freeze dry. Or I was gonna Overqwil, but the Veil is obviously up, or Rain is obviously up. Jeez, that took a lot. It does Flash Cannon. I'm curious. I have low kick on King Gambit. That did a lot of damage. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Spadef, or not Spadef. Low kick does 50 before. After a boost, it does 33. So I don't think I want to risk that. I guess there's no reason not to, though, because I do live it pretty safely. Yeah, it's not gonna kill, but what's the other option? It goes into Rotom, takes a Kowtow. I just sucker, or I just low kick. Yeah, if they go Valiant, I might live if it's Spadef. I also don't really care if it isn't. Yeah, this thing takes a Kowtow. Unless it might be Burn or you know, Wisp. I think I'm fine to just Kowtow. At this point, Latias will kind of live any attack, and it'll probably outspeed Valiant. I don't know what speed tier. It might be 116. Overqwil will obviously hit with a Gunk Shot and kill Valiant. So at this point, I'm just kind of risking, like, misses. I'm just gonna kowtow. I don't care if it wisps. That's fine. It can be Scarf. I don't really care. Specs, that's fine. Yeah, this thing dies in 2 hits. I might... No, I don't care about switching. There's no need. So I'm just going to kowtow again. It's going to Volt Switch. Probably into Valiant, which in case is kind of scary. But even though they're going into Valiant, assumedly, Gunk Shot from Overqwil should just come in and kill. Yeah, I believe I will outspeed after... what's its speed tier? 116. Yeah, that is annoying. Okay, this thing dies. I'm fine with this. If it doesn't die, I'd be kind of surprised, actually. Iron Valiant takes a shit ton from a kowtow, doesn't it? No, its defense is actually pretty decent. I'm actually surprised by that. I guess it is 4 times resistant. I think I just attack for chip though. Right? Its speed tier is going down. Is it booster? Have we checked? It is booster. It's gonna be booster attack now though. Right. Special attack. Okay. How many turns of rain are there? 2 more turns. I guess I hope he kills me. Or I guess I could also go into Latias. King Gambit is okay for anything, but I feel like... I don't know. I outspeed with Latias now. So I think I do just safely kowtow. Focus Blast he missed as well. That's unfortunate. My Psyshock will do 87.5%. So I do believe I win now. That kowtow did a lot too. Focus Blast hitting is fine. He's kind of playing this like it's specs. Which is kind of strange. I thought he would like set up. I thought he would have Calm Mind or something. This poison damage really hurt him. I do just go into Latias every single time. And I just Psyshock. It shouldn't ever be able to outspeed me unless it's Shadow Sneak. But that seems like a really weird bring. Yeah. Shadow Sneak gets completely walled by King Gambit, so it was a really weird bring if they brought that. I do believe I just win now. I don't ever Psyshock on Archudon. This Rotom should also die even if it was Fizdef. Rotom Wash, where is that? Defensive pivot takes 26, so it might not. I don't think I have the chance to risk that though. A Draco Miss. Especially since I need the special attack in order to kill Archudon, so I just have to attack and hope he didn't fully invest. Yeah. Latias is gonna pick up 3 kills here probably. Oh, I'd killed Archudon already? I didn't even remember. Okay, that's a good game. Obviously it kind of zoned out at the end there. I don't remember what I killed Archudon with. So I'm gonna have to go back into the recording. That was a pretty good game. He didn't bring what I expected him to bring. I kind of prepped for more offensive sweepers rather than the breakers like he kind of brought. I brought Araquanid mainly for hitting Basculegion and Ludicolo, but that was a good game. GG's. See you later.